A brief update on that Grand Lucayan resort sale over in Grand Bahama to Hutchison Whampoa today. When asked where on the scale the government was in talks, Office of the Prime Minister's Press Secretary Anthony Newbold stated this.
No details as yet, but Hutchison has responded. That response has been given over to the Attorney General's office to make sure that legal things are in place. But they have responded, and it's now with the Attorney General's office. And again, I imagine we should be hearing exactly what the outcome of that is going to be shortly.
There have been calls in recent days for the government to use strong-arm tactics in order to ensure the hotel's rapid sale, as without it, many feel the island's economy would continue in a downward spiral. Back in July, Dr. Hubert Minnis indicated the government was in talks to partner with unnamed investors to take an equity stake in a group that would ensure the Grand Lucayan's reopening in time for the winter 2018 season. The Grand Lucayan's closure to date has resulted in the loss of 1,000 plus jobs, 59% of Grand Bahama's hotel room inventory, and business closures and redundancies in the Port Lucayan marketplace. Well, more shifts in top positions yesterday, this time over in the Progressive Liberal Party's camp. Party leader Philip Davis released an official statement shortly after a letter circulated social media noting the same. In the statement, Mr. Davis confirmed that Member of Parliament from Mangrove Key and South Anjos Picewell Forbes had been appointed leader of opposition business in the House of Assembly. The appointment followed the resignation of Glenys Hannah Martin from that position. Mr. Davis says he is confident that Mr. Forbes will work well with the leader of government business to arrange the business of the House. Meantime, our news team today reached out to the Youngstown MP who briefly spoke with us this afternoon about that decision to relinquish her duties. Mrs. Hannah Martin saying that she would rather not speak too much about the issue, but sent us a written statement that reads, "I tendered my resignation as leader of opposition business in the House of Assembly. The convention of our Westminster system requires that after having unsuccessfully challenged the leader who appointed me that I should tender my resignation. I will continue to be a voice for the people of Englerston and Bahamians everywhere in the halls of Parliament." The resignation comes days after Hannah Martin at the party's national convention last week Wednesday ran for the leadership position of the party and lost. And not even hours into his new post as yet, and the country's newly appointed top cop has made some serious promises. Our Amajal Knowles has the details in this report.
Elton Greenslade yesterday officially hung up his hat as Commissioner of Police, officially passing on that responsibility to veteran police officer and former Deputy Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson. The official handover taking place during a ceremony on the front lawn of Police Force's East Street headquarters with all the traditional pomp and pageantry. In attendance were the Governor General, politicians, the diplomatic corps, retired police commissioners, religious, civic, and community leaders. Now, in a rather emotional farewell speech, Mr. Greenslade, who has led the force since January 2010, said he's leaving the force in good hands.
As I make my exit, I am satisfied beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are in good hands with Anthony Ferguson, the incoming Commissioner. I have had ample opportunities to observe Deputy Commissioner Ferguson over the course of 2 years while he served as my Deputy at Police Headquarters, and I can tell you unreservedly that he added value to my team. He has given me tremendous support, and he has never disrespected me or my office. He is a decent, well-bred, family island man from Exum, and I should plug in Cat Island too.
He went on to thank both his blood and police families for their support over the years.
I am truly grateful, ladies and gentlemen, to have led some of our finest sons and daughters, the men, women of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I refer to them as my children. I do not say this lightly. This is my family, and I am proud of all of our members, including civilian, support staff, and reservists. Police officers all across this country sacrifice daily in the service of the people of our beloved country. We owe them a significant debt of gratitude for standing in the gap for us. We can never truly reward them for all that they do for us as a nation. This is why I affirm them and I act as their cheerleader on a daily basis. This is why I have made my best effort to serve them with care, respect, and trust.
Taking up that mantle, the new commissioner accepted his new responsibility with humility, thanking the Prime Minister for the confidence reposed in him and promised that this is a new era under his leadership.
Today is historic for the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and it's the dawn of a new era. Our mandate, which is to maintain law and order, to preserve the peace, to prevent and detect crime, apprehend offenders, and to enforce the laws, will be carried out with respect, professionalism, knowledge, fairness, and firmness. We will continue to build on the foundation laid by those who went on before us, cognizant of past and current societal changes and challenges.
In thanking Mr. Greenslade, Prime Minister Dr. Hewitt Minnis also extended congratulations to the new commissioner.
The passing of baton from one commissioner and chain of command to another. The Royal Bahamas Police Force, one of our nation's oldest public institutions, is dedicated to courage, integrity, and loyalty. These values are being exhibited in Commissioner of Police, retired Ellison Greenslade, and I am pleased to officially say Commissioner Anthony Ferguson, who will now lead the force.
Mr. Greenslade goes on to assume an overseas diplomatic post. He's been appointed High Commissioner of the Bahamas to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and as permanent representative to the International Maritime Organization. I'm Amajal Knowles.
You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.